started this project last year where we were contacted by our client who had stopped by our nursery and liked a lot of the really nice material that we were bringing out of Oregon, the Japanese maples and the spruces and magnolias. And so he tagged a bunch of material and had me come over to the house. And so what we did was we created a design for this whole side of the property right here with a mixture of a lot of those conifers and evergreens and maples and such. So then once we finished this project here, this was just kind of a drop in the bucket, so to speak, because he had a huge project going on with adding an addition onto the house, building a pool in the backyard. And so we created a design for the rest of that space. And so as we walk through this property, we're also putting in all the irrigation for the water management of the turf areas as well as the plant material. If we walk over to this, and you can see the new driveway going in. So again, a lot going on in this property. If we walk over here, what we're going to be able to see the part of the landscaping that we haven't done yet. So, but some of it's ongoing. When you look over along this property with the neighbor's house, all of this is going to be screened with, again, more conifers, some arborvitaes, some specimen clump elms and things like that. So it's going to be beautiful. Going to start out the street and work its way all the way down along the side of the property.
Was there a concept that the client had in mind when he first came in besides all the specimen and specialty plants?
Well, the concept was this. What he wanted to do is he wanted something that was going to be a little bit different, a little bit outside the box. One of the things that he saw when he came to the nursery is he saw that's what our mix was, okay? We weren't just the standard stuff that everybody else does. So he wanted something when he drives up or when he walks out of his backyard that was just gorgeous and beautiful, and it would just attract him to want to be out in that space. Again, when you look down along this side, again, all this, and this is all going to be landscaped. Part of this area over here that you see that we really haven't started on yet, there's all this gravel. And when we meet again, on this, what you're going to see is a transformation occur on this space over here. All this white rock will end up being covered by just this real pretty natural rounded creek rock is going to go in there. So you're going to have these meandering stream paths that go through there. That it's going to look pretty, but also a lot of drainage issues over here. We had to be able to run the water, to a certain space. So we're co-oping with the neighbor over here to make that happen for him.
So the design's not only beautiful, but it's also functional.
Exactly right. When we come down here, you can see the guys, doing a little bit of the grunt prep work, for the creek area. So what they're doing here is, the contractor who did the drainage here, we didn't put all this rock in initially. He just kind of dumped the rock in and he said, hey, you guys make it pretty. Here's the base of it, and that's what we're doing with this, is we're taking this and creating a base outline to it, and then also making it to where we can start putting our new rock on top.
How long do you think we've been on the property so far doing this project?
We just started about a week ago on here, and this project is probably going to be with the irrigation, the drainage aspect, and all the plantings. I would say we have a total of about 60 crew days involved in the whole project with all the plantings that we've got going on. Also, and when we go to the back, there's a lot of interesting features about the backyard. It created a little bit of some challenges from a landscaping standpoint. There's a sport court back here, and we walk around the back next to the pool. We're going to see how all that plays together. We've also got some really interesting flagstone that we had custom made, and 2 foot by 4 foot pieces to create different walkways connecting the pathway. back in the pool area right now, pool, hot tub. As you can see, the guys are starting to lay out some of the plantings back here. There's some also some of these Cupressina spruces, Ulrika Bruns spruce right there. Different colors, textures going on. You know, Pinus and Oculus Trachona. I mean, this thing is amazing. You know, you look at the trunk caliper and the uniqueness of this tree just hanging out next to the hot tub. So when he comes out here, Little Tow's windows, he's got this beautiful specimen pine. Also, to help create some screening, we've done some columnar boxwoods called a Newport Blue. And then also it's kind of a layered look here. So we've got the boxwoods, but also behind the boxwoods we've got cryptomerias that are going to go in and it's going to screen this the neighbor's pool house there. When you look over this side over here, the guys have started to create the base and put the flagstone, the 2 foot by 4 foot flagstone pieces in there. We're going to landscape this on the sides and also intertwine some Mexican beach pebbles, which is going to look gorgeous over there. We're also, you can see over there where they're working on right now, next to their covered patio space, is we're going to put more of the same stepping stone. So we've got again, we've got flagstones where they're doing the crushed rock base, and they'll put this rock in, they'll compact the rock. You know, the most important part about doing something like this is we don't want it to settle, and so the base is really important. So we're going to make sure that everything is level, and then they put the stones in and create this nice little path. Also in that area, which is going to be kind of cool, is that the client wants an area for, you know, some fire. So we're going to put a little fire pit out there, a little natural stone fire pit made out of some stone that matches some of the stone that's going on the house, and that's going to be in an area next to the sport court. You see the sport court here? One of the things that we're working through right now and the client's trying to figure out is this. You know, when he's on his pool, does he want to be able to see the sport court, or does he want to soften it up? So we've created some suggestions for him, and waiting on some decisions back. Okay. If you look over here, along this side over there, there's also got a bobcat which is doing some grading over there in preparation for creating some nice berms that are going to go all the way down along the house. So, you know, as I said, we're just we're in the kind of beginning phases of this, kind of doing the layout, trying to get the infrastructure done. But as we move through this, probably towards the end of next week, we'll have our creek done, we'll have a lot of our berms accomplished, and we'll be well on our way.
Sounds great. So what is it you come out here with the crew? What's kind of like your direction that you give them, and you know, what do you leave up to them, and what is it that, you know, you tell them, like, hey, you know, this is what I need you to do, and then, you know, the rest of it, I know some of these guys have worked with us a long time. Do you just leave it, you know, up to their judgment?
Well, there's a little bit of both. So we have a design that they work from, and so every morning we kind of walk through what the goals are for the day and for the rest of the week. And when it comes to laying the plants out, they know they've done this so many times, and we're just blessed by so many amazing guys who work for us. So they really kind of take the burden off me. But my job is just to kind of the fine detail. They lay it out. If I need to move something this way or that way because of conversations I've had with the client, I do that. But, you know, for the most part, you know, they just take it and they run with it.
And what are they doing over here right now?
Well, right now, that's that base that we were talking about earlier, creating that base for that flagstone that we saw on the other side there with those 2 foot by 4 foot pieces of natural stone. It's a stone called pewter mist.
Right. All right, we'll let you get to your guys and, you know, follow you around and see what you do for the rest walking through the property.
How's it going, Senor? Looking good. How much rock in here? 4 inches? 5 inches? Okay, good. This is Jose. Jose, you've been working for Chesterfield Valley Nursery for how long? Maybe 15 years?
Yeah.
About 15 years he's been working here. So Jose's one of those guys that he's really good at a lot of stuff, but he does great stonework for us. How's it going? You're going to be on Facebook, so we're doing a video. So, getting the drainage going here? Yep. All right. So when we put this in over here, when are we going to put the fabric in? Today? And are we going to need some more of that white rock, or do you, to push it back up to there, or do you think we're going to pull some of that out of there?
It's level down there.
Okay.
And if we took the center out of that and just brought it down here.
I think that's a great idea. What I'd like to do too is this. Over in this area right through here, we brought that blue spruce. Well, so we'll take a look at the plan. We got the blue spruce, and I think we've got the exclamation plane tree that's going in. So I'd like to get all this stuff here laid out, and that way we can kind of put in, get the base done. When we bring in that rock tomorrow, we talked about is to create that sample area, because I'm meeting with the client tonight to kind of review where we are so far. But what we want to do is just take and be able to bring the bobcat
All the way to the edge.
all the way up into this area here. So we won't plant anything here yet. All right, so we can get all the way up into here, all the way up in here. So it's like tomorrow, what I like to do is just to be able to get in here and bring in some of that Merrimack and also some of that creek rock and get it all covered up and get it set.
We lowered that quite a bit. You want to, I didn't know if we needed to add some soil on the backside still, for their yard.
Let me talk to the client tonight and find out what that looks like over there. Whose responsibility is that? Is that, are we gonna, do they have irrigation? Do we need to fix it? Do we add the soil? Is the builder who did a lot of the grading here, is he gonna do it or what? So, all right. Colton also want to do too is this. We've got to figure out how much extra soil we're going to have over here. So when we use some of that, are we going to be able to utilize that all the way down? So what I may want to do too is start laying out I want to get rid of all that. We'd like to come in here next week and start getting all the irrigation laid out in this whole backyard. So got to get these piles moved out of the way so we can get the final grade in.
So, using the dirt throughout the road here.
Take the dirt, and we can move the dirt just like we did over here. Move that dirt all the way down here. Okay. And then what we can do is then see how much we have left. And some of this stuff that's junk right here, we're definitely going to haul it out of there. But some of the decent stuff, we'll mix our good topsoil compost in with it, and we'll kind of go from there with it. All right? Yep. Sounds good. How's it going, senor? What we're going to do too is this fence, this silk fence here, we're going to take it up just like we did down there. Move it all the way. Bring this up, okay? Move it all the way over here. That way we can start. Colton's going to start moving some soil from down there and all the way all the way to there. Also, what we're going to do too is this. See this rock right here? This one? This up here is a little high, okay? So we're going to take some of this rock, this white rock here, we're going to take it out and then take it down there for the other swale. Over here, same thing. You see how this
Yeah.
See right here?
See from the post.
Yeah. You see? Yeah, they're very nice over there.
Yeah, the front the post is good.
Good. Yeah. This one?
Like
Yep.
this.
We need to fix that.
Okay.
Absolutely. Okay. All
I
right.
need the little machine there and
Okay.
there.
Good. All right.
Okay.
Sounds good. Oh, Ariano? Okay, Ariano, this is, how long you work for Chesterfield Valley? How many years?
15 years.
15 years? Yeah, very nice. Also over here, sir? Right here? Same thing. This? Too flat, okay?
Yeah,
We
I
need to
took it.
take some of the stones,
Yeah.
clean it up, move it to the side, okay?
As well.
All right. You like it? Here? Okay, a little bit more here. A little bit up away from the house. These are fine. That one's good. This one? Right in the middle, right there. Yeah. This one maybe just a little bit right there. Okay, over here. This one a little more up. All right. This one, see this? Right there, even with this one here, okay? All right, over here, let me show you. Okay, Mesa. Okay, this one here, this one's more grinding, okay? That one, take it, put it in the middle. All right. Right here. Space, yeah. We have tomorrow, right here, one Japanese maple. Right here, okay? The space is good. Over here. Yeah, see this one? It's fuller on this side. So this one, when we put it over here, we turn it, okay? All right. Oh, see, all right. Now what I might do is this, over here. You have the plan? Okay. Can you grab the plan for me?
Were there any particular plants that the customer saw at the nursery where he was like, I just have to have this for my project?
Well, when he came out the furnace first go around, he pre-tagged before we even had design. He pre-tagged some of the Omarika Bruns, some of the hoopside blue spruces. We had a couple specimen pines that he tagged. So, and then after that we just kind of met and he kind of shared with me his vision and what he wanted to do and what he was trying to accomplish, and then we just kind of took it from there. So
Great.
you got, Senor, let me show you. Right here. Okay. So that one is really good there for the hot tub. This one also maybe just back, just a little bit. The middle one, okay? Just back a little bit. Okay, yeah. Okay. And then this other one here, it goes back. That's good. Okay. All right. Okay. Good. Mesa, how long you work for Chesterfield Valley? How many years? 2?
No.
Maybe 8? 8 years? Yeah.
Hi, Mesa.
Thank you, sir.
No more planting over there.
Yeah, what we're gonna do is this. We're gonna place out. In a few minutes we're gonna take and we're gonna place out the blue spruce, the maple, the truncated maple, and also we're going to place out the exclamation plane tree. We're going to set them in place. Now, we may not plant them today, because what we want to do, I was telling Colton over here, we want to be able to take, we want to bring tomorrow, we're going to bring some gravel, and we want to be able to use the bobcat and take the gravel right to the edge so we don't, so a few of these plants may have to pull out and put them back, okay? All right, but we just want to kind of get the layout done, okay? All right, thanks. Oh, senor, let me see. Do you have any flags?
No.
I think I have some in my truck, okay?
No traes banderas tú. Banderas. Banderas.
Hey, you think we'll be able to take, I got that truncatum maple, right over there. That guy goes right about here. Do me a favor. Can you stand here? Yep. All right, let me take a look from the pool.
Right now, Jim is visualizing where the tree might go and seeing if the position is good from the main point of view, which is going to be the pool area, which is where obviously the client will be spending and his family will be spending most of their time.
Maybe that way just a little bit. Right there is perfect, okay? That's where we'll plant that one tree. That way, and then we'll take that spruce. We'll put the blue spruce down the corner. But what I'm thinking that we'll probably end up doing is don't plant the blue spruce yet today. If we can get this tree, we can kind of get this all set up, bring some of that good soil, and kind of do the outline of the bed, you know, what that's going to look like. But tomorrow we'll start bringing in that rock and we can get right in through here, okay, and get that done. All right? Looking good. Looking very good. This side going to be okay. That's good. Yeah. No, that looks awesome. You know, it's like when I say unfortunate, you know, with the way that you guys are laying that stone up, I like the ledge that that's kind of creating, you know, especially when we put that other rock on top of that. That's going to look really cool. You know, the neighbor's really going to enjoy that look, you know, because that's going to give it, you know, more of that real natural creek rock look to it. And this looks fantastic. When you look down through here, you know, with the way this is all swelled out right now. Yeah. All right, well, I think we're about there. That's about it for today.
All right, thank you, everybody.